What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and what a time to be alive, am I right? Here we are. Oh boy, oh boy. Firstly, thank you to everybody who was already here. You guys beat me here. I was getting everything ready, putting it on Twitter, getting the channel all set up, and it's going to be a blast. So, for those that are jumping in, well, again, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you leave a like on the video. That truly helps, both as everybody always says, helps the video now and helps the video later. But also, we're gonna have. Hold on, I actually have something for you. There we go. Now this is probably gonna be off just a little bit, just a couple seconds, because I just remembered it now. But I have a countdown, so people can stop. People can stop with the when does it start? Why hasn't it started yet? How long? People can shut up about that now because I have a countdown. This is going to be more beneficial, I think, for like the Game Awards and stuff. But we're here to chat about whatever you guys want, talk about, well, hopefully talking about Hogwarts Legacy. And then when the time comes in 1 hour, 59 minutes, 25 seconds from now, we will watch it together. Now, it does start 5 minutes early. I think it'll be a countdown. And then, as it's kind of been reported, it's a 16-minute video. It's a video. It's not a live stream. So, and I'm pretty confident on that. So, yeah, pre-recorded. So it's a video. You can actually jump around. You can do whatever you want with it immediately. So I'll download it, and I'll download it on my own kind of separately. But we'll watch it together as if it's a live stream. No pausing, no stopping. And then we can talk about it just a little bit. And then I obviously, I want to make, I'll make a video on it today. Probably make a video or two on it over the weekend. Talk about some specific elements. So today will kind of just be my initial thoughts on it in a video. Tomorrow and Sunday will be more breakdown on whatever I find interesting about it. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And a couple other things I want to say. Well, number one, this is not Hogwarts related, but honestly, this is insanely sad news about Kevin Conroy. If you guys know the Batman Arkham games, obviously the Batman animated, all of this stuff. To me, he's the voice of Batman, and he passed away. He passed away at age 66, so that freaking sucks. It really makes me want to play the Arkham games again pretty badly. It also makes me really curious as to if he's going to be in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I know, obviously, like Robbie Coltrane died a few weeks ago, right before Andy and I did the live stream together, and we're just losing legend after legend after legend. So, yeah, it sucks. Kevin Conroy being only 66, but I guess he was sick kind of recently. So, sucks. Absolutely sucks. He is a legend. He is my Batman. Like Mark Hamill is my Joker. So, yeah. So that's where we're at. I don't want to, again, just like Robbie, I don't want to pull, the hype too down. We are here to celebrate Hogwarts Legacy and the long journey we've been on together. I want to try to look this up because we're approaching, or we already have approached, 4 years of me making a video talking about this game. We've passed 4 years of when the leak came out, right? Because that was October 2018. But I started talking about it shortly after. So it's been 4 years for me. And the only thing I can pat myself on the back on is that I'm the longest one here that has done, coverage of Hogwarts Legacy. They should have asked you to co-host. I was going to mention that for fun. Well, number one, them choosing James is awesome. I think just the general idea that they are paying enough attention to the community and to the YouTubers and all that stuff that they picked James is incredible. So I'm really happy for him. Really happy for him. And he has a charisma that's very special, the personality kind of trait about him. He's a great presenter, right? His background is great. So all that stuff kind of goes for him. Here's two reasons why I don't think I'll ever get picked to do any of these things. And Hogwarts was kind of shocking that they even did it with anybody, but here's two reasons. Number one, I'm easily the most critical of the game out of any Hogwarts Legacy YouTuber you've seen. I think that's very fair. I look at it as I'm just kind of talking about it, and I'm speaking my mind. I don't care, if I say something negative or not, but I'm easily the one that calls out the most about the game, and I assume they don't want that in a presenter. And so that's number one. Number two is I jump into controversies, and I'm the only one who talks about the controversies of JK, backing them on Twitter in terms of the cancel culture kind of stuff with Hogwarts. I go to bat, and I don't say it as like a diss to anybody else because I'm willing to like take the shots and I want to be the guy to take the shots, but nobody else does it. So I'm the only one who actually like tries to defend them against this cancel culture garbage. And I guess my affiliation with Troy, again, being a guy that was attacked by the mainstream media and all that stuff, backing him. So I think I'm pretty polarizing because of that. So that's 2 reasons. That's 2 reasons. Per James's Discord, there should be longer. Well, he's not allowed to say, though. He's not allowed to say, I trust PlayStation game size. Or is it PlayStation game size? PlayStation game size says it's like 45 minutes, but they assume 46 minutes. They assume 30 minutes isn't the gameplay itself. So that could be wrong. I mean, if it's 45 minutes of gameplay footage, that's freaking insane. So that changes things. that makes it a longer live stream, A. B, we'll have to make like 50 videos in order to cover the whole thing. Be on the lookout for Retro and James and Benjamin and Andy and then everybody, Nightly Nerd and Lynette and all them, because there's going to be so many people talking about this. So yeah, the Kevin Conroy thing sucks. Alex, now that the day will probably keep in line of Hogwarts, do you have any other games you're planning to follow? Oh yeah, I mean I follow loads. I'm covering God of War. I covered Gotham Knights, so I cover like every game. I've made videos on The Devil in Me and Callisto Protocol. I did one. I'm going to do another one very soon. So any big game that's on my radar, I cover. Hogwarts is the biggest, but I've covered. I made like 30 videos on God of War in a month. I made equal amount of Scream and Gotham Knights videos as I have for Hogwarts. I've made more Scream, and I think even for DC. So yeah. R.I.P. Kevin Conroy and Robbie Coltrane. Indeed, sucks. I think that's what makes your channel good. I got it. There's too many people. There's too many comments. I'm gonna try to watch out for those silly little bots. But I will try to monitor it. And the countdown's still going. I mean, nobody's asked about it. I thank God for that. But Michael Keaton is my Batman. Yeah, in terms of like live action, Kevin Conroy is not my Batman. but like when I hear the voice of Batman, for games or animated or anything like that, I think of him immediately. He's the one I think about. So. What's up, Alex? Excited to see more Hogwarts, and your Sabres are playing my Bruins, and they're going to lose because Boston always beats Buffalo, and Buffalo shaky, Boston very good, so that's going to not be great. Thanks, Philip. I think you doing that makes you a badass. What are your thoughts about the game not going gold yet? Totally normal. The game shouldn't go gold yet. If the game went gold right now, then I'd question why it was delayed. Big time. There's me again being there's again me being critical of them. Hi, Christy. Are you gonna help in the chat? Get mods. Well, I have one right there. My one and only. You guys know how closed off I am to society. I don't talk to people. Well, I actually have a kind of like a network, but I don't really talk to people, and so I keep the group kind of in tight. So I don't know. I don't see myself honestly having many mods ever, but what do you think? Why is the showcase being streamed by Avalanche and not by PlayStation? Well, again, it's not streamed. I think it's just a video, but it is a good question. And I never, when they announced it, I didn't really think about it. So honestly, like PlayStation's thing with them seems to be this. They probably had marketing rights to like the early part, like the announcement kind of phase of it. They probably had that. And they probably have it where anytime you see this game, they're playing it or they're capturing it on PlayStation. So I would be shocked, and you could ask James or whatever, I'd be shocked if this was captured on not a PS5. So the character creation, them walking around Hogwarts, if you don't see the square button or X, them choosing, now X I guess could be Xbox, but X is the down button, so it would be the one to choose things. It's definitely going to be on a PlayStation, at least in my opinion. So that's the deal I think is going on here, is that they, PlayStation blog stuff, they have PlayStation blog, They were able to announce it. Like, they wanted the first couple things, and then the game is always synonymous because of the controller. So you're always going to see the controls being that. I have something in my eye, and it won't get out. Oh, my God. Videos on Final Fantasy. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually... It's possible I may get Crisis Core early, so we'll see how that works. But I'm going to cover Crisis Core and then Final Fantasy 16 and 7 for sure. I love Final Fantasy. I want to cover Final Fantasy a ton, and then its brother in crime, Kingdom Hearts. You know I'm there. What about Mjolnir? We can possibly take it in the future. What do you think? I don't want to spoil nor talk about God of War. I mean, we can talk about it a little, but I don't want spoilers. I'm 11 hours in. I don't have it. So, but once I beat God of War, I want to try to do like a live stream. I want to talk about the ending of the game. So I got a lot of God of War stuff planned for when it's over, but not right now. So we're just going to kind of ignore that. They announced Control 2. They did. I made a video. I'm fast. I want to pat myself on the back. Second channel, check out Podcast Now Plus right now. The video has been up where I talk about it. I actually already did another video too, a DC one. So I got other videos planned and ready, but today's obviously going to be pretty strong, like Hogwarts live stream. I'll do a Hogwarts video, and then, I'll probably do like a DC one, and then over the weekend, probably a lot of Hogwarts and God of War. It's probably going to be the two main things over the weekend. So, yeah. Predictions for big games of the Game Awards. So, my Game Awards stuff is probably going to start next week. I'll save it for that because I think next Monday, Jeff announces the nominees. So, I'll make a video on that. We'll go over the nominees. I'll go over who I think is going to win, all of that stuff. So, my Game Awards videos start Monday. What are you looking forward to in the Hogwarts Legacy Showcase? The combat, but more the UI. The UI is number one. I'd say if you're ranking them, I don't care about character creation, so I won't talk over it or anything. But I don't really care. So that's one that I put at the bottom. I just don't think they're gonna show us much of Hogwarts. So while that would be probably number one, I think it's gonna be the most limited. So there's that. The introduction to combat is interesting because we already have an introduction to combat, so I don't know why they chose the language like that. See, again, me being critical. But, yeah, so that's what UI. I want to see what it looks like. Where are the spells? What buttons? How is it mapped? A map? Is there a compass, like a God of War kind of thing? Or is there a mini map? How does it work? So, and like I said, remember, initial reactions is going to be like, oh, these things are big, but you learn a lot of things just by kind of, observing. So as James is walking around, Hogwarts Castle, you may be able to pick up a few things of, oh, these characters are doing this, or, oh, this is how this works, or, oh, there's a symbol to go to a class, right? Like, what if you see that? And they don't do it, but what if you see it? So these are things, right? We've talked about this before. I'm going to be interested. Is there prompts to talk to a professor, and they don't do it, but there is a prompt, and they kind of walk by it? These are things I'm going to be, focusing on when we watch together. Quick ask. Lots of people here. Not a lot of likes. Let's if you want to leave a like, just hit the like button super duper fast. Let's get this thing going. I don't have like goals. I don't say like, let's get this thing to 400 likes. That would probably be stupid. But if you haven't left a like yet, please do. It helps. But you guys are rocking it, so thank you. And Dylan, oh my God, thanks, buddy. Gifted 5 new memberships. Take them. Now, let me ask you, Dylan, if you're here, which I assume you are, can you pick memberships, or do you just gift them and then YouTube just sends them out? Or do you pick them? And hopefully, by the way, to the ones that now just got the memberships, thank you. Should I be thanking you? Thank you for being here. No, I cannot. Completely random. Oh, well, you lucky ducks. Well, hopefully you enjoy the exclusive stuff you get. Oh, guys, if you are a member, and now there's 5 new ones, I have new emojis. There's a wand. There's an Elder Wand emoji. So use the wand. There's also Kratos and Ghostface and other really cool ones. But I have a wand emoji that you can only use if you're a member. So I felt that was timely. In fact, I kind of predicted that because I did the emojis about a week and a half ago. I knew that things were cooking, and here we are. Don't forget Yep, the Sorting Hat actor. He also died, which is sad. Hogwarts Legacy Explained. What's up, buddy? Yeah, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be a busy couple days now. 9.5 hours into God of War Ragnarok. Yes, I'm 11 hours. I'm 11 hours. I would tell you where I am in the story, but I'm not going to do that. So, and I love it. I love it to death. I actually think it's getting better. I would say the puzzles and the mines really dropped it for me. It's a close one. I actually, like, Plague Tale is still my favorite game of this year, Plague Tale Requiem. So I wouldn't say God of War is better than it right now, but they're so good. Like, Plague Tale is so good. I love it to death, and I love God of War to death. So it's not like a diss. So yeah, mod in the house. Too early, yeah. From what I've gathered, Fable reboot's gonna be woke. Don't support anything going for modern audiences. Oh, really? I haven't seen that. Have they hired, like, Mitch Dyer or something? How did James hide the secret so well? Yeah, my question would be, when did they plan this? You know, how long is this? Now, I'm sure, like, it's been in the works for a while, but his part in it probably was recent. Probably was recent. Do you have a prediction for when Silent Hill 2 remake? I mean, it sounds like it's getting there. So, like, I wouldn't be shocked if next fall it came out. But maybe to be less optimistic, it would be 2024, like early 2024. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Is that who said that? Is that Anakin? No, that's Count Dooku. Was that a Count Dooku line? Or sure, they have ties to PlayStation, but it's not a PlayStation game. Yeah. Fable 4 has kept pretty much the same writers. The teaser trailer was evident that they've kept the Fable humor we all know and love. It looks like they've read all the books. Yeah, I mean, and I've said it before, like, Fable is my most anticipated Xbox exclusive. It's more than Starfield. It's more than, you know, like, literally, like, Indiana Jones maybe would be up there, but I have to see it. Is it like Uncharted, right? So I have to see that stuff. Gameplay, do you think we'll see, like, a class or a side mission? I feel like you would probably do a side mission because of the combat part of it, right? So maybe something like that. Let me read it one more time. Let me read it. So, what'd they say? Where is it? We'll take you through a small tour of Hogwarts Castle. So small being the key word. Let me move this. Let me move this over here so you guys can look at it with me. I'm advanced. I have I have scenes and I have a countdown timer. I don't have a countdown timer when I switch though. Will it keep going? Oh no, I didn't think that through. Okay, hold on. Oh, this is bad. Okay, I'm just gonna read it. I don't want to lose the countdown timer because I feel like I've accomplished something with it. Take you through a small tour of Hogwarts Castle, deep dive into character creator system. So that's the bulk of this. I really think is going to be the character creator, which is fine. And honestly, it's just a video I won't really have to make that other people will make, so that's okay. First look at the UI and introduction to combat. So a lot of those, like a tour around Hogwarts Castle, you don't have to have it linked to a mission. Look at the UI. You don't have to have it linked. The character creator is going to be tough because you don't want to show too much before or after you do the character creator. So I assume they're going to jump right in to the character creator screen and do that. I don't think they're going to do like cutscenes leading into it. And then an introduction to combat. It would make sense to do some sort of mission for that. So it could be a mission. It could be a mission. I really should have planned that countdown timer better, shouldn't I? Let's see. I gotta catch up. The controversy about, the controversy about Final Fantasy 16 is garbage. I mean, it's a lose kind of question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a question that is somewhat like, oh, well, we can get you on it because of the because, you know, it's a fictional world, so why can't you do whatever you want, even though they are trying to be accurate. they're just also being a little fantastical with it. It's a lose-lose question because no matter what you say, obviously you're going to get eaten alive. So it's garbage. Was it Kotaku? No, it was IGN. Some site. Garbage. Yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to go after it. I didn't make a video. I think it happened I saw it on a Saturday, so it was a weekend. I didn't get to covering it, but stupid. Support Final Fantasy 16 for that alone. I think it's good to be critical. Can't just worship it because it's the Wizarding World. Yeah, should be. Yeah. And things can't improve. Things can't get better if you're not pointing things out. You know what I mean? You can't improve upon things if you're not talking about it. So you have to have some things to say. Luna Comics, what's up? Did they show gameplay yet? You are not serious. You see my countdown timer. Will you make a video? Okay, so yes, let me give you guys, and you guys are the Hogwarts Legacy crowd. I don't know how much you watch of the other videos, and that's okay. I'm not picking on you, but one thing that I'm gonna do, and I'm really excited for, it's gonna be a huge video. So over the summer, I ranked every single game I've played so far, and I think it was over 20. I'm gonna do the same thing. So my Game of the Year awards, which I actually have done my own game awards at the end of the year, which I'm very proud of every time I've done it. But this at the end of this year, I'm gonna rank every single game I've played this year. So probably 35 plus. It's gonna be a huge, probably an hour-long video. It's gonna be big. Now, normally when I do things like that, I put a lot of effort into it. It's well edited. People don't watch. So, but I want to do it. I want to do it because I think it's going to be fun. So, but I'm going to do something like that. Instead of giving out awards or just saying, oh, this is I may make a separate video for why a game is my game of the year, but I want to rank. I want to do something that other people aren't doing. What do you think about the game the day before? It looks fantastic. I'm really worried it's not a real game and they're scamming people. God of War, spoiler alert, Han Solo is killed by his emo son. I'm excited for The Devil in Me. Me too. Seeing this in a car, nice. A DC video because the Batman guy. No, I actually made the DC video before Kevin Conroy died. No, there was a report that DC games are going to be they're going to build one world of DC with movies and television and stuff, and it's also going to include games. So I don't know how I feel about that. If they're going to, do a sequel to Man of Steel and have, an in-between game for it. It depends on how they do it. So, yeah. That's what the video's on. Hi from the Netherlands. Hello, Igor. Love the name. James has been to Hogwarts. I really want to go. I've been to Hogwarts at Universal, which is great. Can't wait to see the UI. Agreed. I'm fugly in real life, so creator is important to me. No, well, I'm sure that's not true, but no, that is. I mean, people it's just me. I've been very clear with that, right? A lot of people. I think I said that in yesterday's video. A lot of people like character creations. A lot. Some people spend the first day. Now, again, that's where I will get my kind of one-up over people because some people are going to spend 5 hours in character creation. I'm just going to pick a default look that I like, and I'm going to jump right in. And I'm going to keep going. So, yeah. But it's a thing people really care about, and you need your character creators to be really good. So, not for people like me, for people like other people. When does Hogwarts Legacy come out? February 10th. The combat feels more the combat better feel fluid and have a kick to it. In the later movies, the wands almost felt like guns. Yeah, we'll see because there was criticism with the combat of the game in the state of play, and I get it because it's very rigid. They go like this, and then they block, and then they shoot, and it's one thing, then they stop, then it's another thing, then they stop, and I can understand why that is not appealing. But it's actually pretty accurate, I would say, to what actually happens. So I'm okay with it, but I want to see just how does it work. And I do assume they're going to make it a little bit more fluid because even they do a roll at some point, right? And they're very blocky. They're very, I'm a martial artist too. So there is times to be strong, but there's also fluidity in it. And, so yeah. I totally forgot about the mini map. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. How where you are in this game. I heard you're into water. Would you say you're thirsty for it? Yeah. Yep. And I gotta be controversial. God of War's water is not the best water of the year at all. It's not better than Horizons. It's not better than Plague Tale. So I just want to throw that out there. If you guys are judging the game based off of water alone, God of War Ragnarok gets an 8, but Plague Tale and Horizon both get 10s. They're the go-tos. Uncharted 4 is an oldie that also gets a 10. Triwizard Tournament DLC, that would be fun. Okay, I'm so behind. So behind. Oh, you guys are using the wands. Thank you. There has to be a Triwizard. You also get exclusive videos. Like you get more stuff than just emojis if you're a member to me. I try to give you guys value. So twice a month, the lower tier. No. There's a $2 tier and a $5 tier. If you do the $5 tier, you get 2 videos a month. If you do the $2 tier, you get 1 video a month. But everybody gets the emojis. Everybody. It's a mix. It's called Bushido Kai, but it's a mix of Taekwondo and Aikido and Jiu-Jitsu. It's I think 7 or 8 styles that my teacher had, and he used black belts in all of them, and he put them together into like one refined style. So it's kind of just a mix of a lot of different styles. Did I say Taekwondo? Taekwondo is like a big one, obviously. But yeah. I'm sorry for not liking Lord of the Rings. I like the games. I like the Lord of the Rings games. I'm just not a big fan of the. I don't care about The Hobbit. Was fine. I watched it with my wife. Lord of the Rings movies. They're grand and they're big, and I appreciate that, I suppose. Hit the like button. Yes, everybody hit the like. I like it. Look at all these emojis. And some of you are using emojis I've never even seen before. What's the game over? Do we have a game over emoji, or is that something that they made? Game over. Interesting. Yeah, the ghost face. I love the ghost face one. I love the Kratos one. The what's up, everybody, I thought was very clever. The wand. So yeah. Join. Like. All that stuff. Do we have a specific release time? Oh my God. I'll get to that. I'll get to that soon. Specific release time. It probably, well, it's not a for sure thing, but some games unlock at midnight in whatever time zone you're in. So like for me, 10 o'clock, well, I shouldn't say that. I said that wrong. It unlocks at midnight Eastern. So whatever time zone you're in, you convert it to yours. So like I'm 2 hours before Eastern. So I played God of War at 10 p.m., 10 o'clock, because it unlocked at midnight Eastern. So some games are like that. A lot of games are like that. Some games have like the world map, if you guys have seen that. I think Plague Tale did that. They show a picture of the world, and they have time zones, and they say the game unlocks at this time depending on where you are. So in New York, it's this time. In Japan, it's this time. Like, they'll do it like that. So they haven't done that. We don't know for sure, but I'm sure they'll do it. They'll announce it eventually. I finished God of War Ragnarok. Oh, man, you're in for a treat. Yeah, I hope to beat it this weekend, because I think with tonight and then with Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to play it a lot this weekend. I imagine I'll beat it. Hello, everyone from the UK. There's a lot. People all around the world. Sorting hat as a wearable item when beating the game. That'd be fun. That'd be cute. Ben, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. I saw a couple other members. I appreciate it, guys. Which aspect of the presentation are you looking forward to? The UI? I already said that. I don't know if you maybe said it before. James went on a secret meeting about a month and a half ago that he had to postpone his monthly Discord meeting for. Oh, so is that. Sad news for anime DC fans. Yes, Kevin. I mentioned Kevin in the beginning of the video, or live stream. If Dumbledore is in the game, will he ask us calmly? Probably. Most anticipated game is the new Mass Effect. Yeah, I would say in terms of far out games, Mass Effect is probably not number 1, but it's probably like 2 or 3. The Wonder Woman game is probably number 1. But Mass Effect, Dragon Age, BioShock, the next BioShock game. So those are like some like really far out ones that I'm... Well, I will cover Forspoken. Forspoken stuff will probably start in December. I'll cover it like a month and a half before. Who gifted me a membership? Dylan did. Thank you, Dylan. Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 is up there. I think it probably would go Fable, then Hellblade 2. I loved Hellblade. Hellblade is the only game it's the only game I've gone through the whole game with headphones. I don't play games with headphones. I normally play them on consoles. I don't really, well, okay, like I played Metal Hellsinger on PC and I had headphones on, but that's a little different. But that's a special game. Hellblade is a special game with her, talking, the disorder and her talking to herself. My God, it's so good. But I really can't wait for Hogwarts Legacy. Yes. Have you been following Avowed? I have. Avowed looks, yeah. I think you guys, I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Check out the channel. I make a lot. I mean, I guess maybe I haven't made an Avowed specific video, but I guess just for all of you, if you don't know, like Hogwarts is like a thing I cover a lot of, but I've never considered myself, and I never will. I'm not a Hogwarts Legacy channel. And maybe that's another reason why I don't get invited to these things. I'm not a Hogwarts Legacy channel. I'm not a Gotham Knights channel. I'm not a Scream channel. I'm a channel that covers things. And Hogwarts, I cover a ton. Gotham Knights, God of War, Scream, PlayStation, Xbox. But I cover anything that's like important to me. So I'll cover the Devil in Me, Evil West, Callisto Protocol, Midnight Suns, Crisis Core, the Game Awards. I'm going to co-stream. I'm going to make videos for that. I cover all of them. So Forspoken, Dead Space, Avowed, Starfield, Final Fantasy, Wolf Among Us. Like, I cover everything. So I am pretty different than the other Hogwarts Legacy creators because I'm not a Hogwarts Legacy creator. Just in case. I'm not saying that as like maybe I should say that more often, because I don't know if people actually know that. A puppy, yeah. My dog was out here. That was probably like an hour ago. You sent that message. All right. I really got to catch up. Grand Staircase in this reveal. Hopefully, Fable 2 is my favorite game ever made. Yeah, the Fable games are awesome. The Fable games are really fun. Even the third one, I like. I didn't know I could be gifted a membership if I wasn't watching. So So memberships just are given out to anybody? Anybody? You don't even have to be watching currently? That's so weird. That's so weird. If you want to get me a Christmas gift, if anybody out there is, memberships would be a good Christmas gift. I actually had somebody message me on Twitter, literally, I won't say who, but, somebody messaged me on Twitter and said, like, they want to get me a Christmas gift. And I was like, please don't. Please don't. The Christmas gift anybody can give me, and I this is so cliche and maybe cringy, but I don't care. The Christmas gift you can give me is just watching videos, leaving likes, comments. Memberships would be the money thing. Super chats would be money thing, but watching and being a subscriber, not unsubscribing if I don't cover something too often, right? Those are Christmas gifts. Does Evil West have a gear or leveling system? Thanks, Detective Cobra. Appreciate it, buddy. I don't know. I don't actually know. I think it does have a leveling because it's got like abilities. I don't know if it has gear though. Are you more of a Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings guy? Harry Potter. Okay, now we're gonna get people ripping into me for Lord of the Rings. Most anticipated game for 2023, Hogwarts. But Starfield, Wolf Among Us, Jedi Survivor, Spider-Man 2. These would all be other games I'm looking forward to, next year. No one said that. I'm so far behind, I don't even know. My wife was talking to me, though. Christy, I love Lord of the Rings. Sup, Alex? What's going on? Oh, my God. I don't like the Freemason symbol for a cursor. Do you think Justice League will be better than Gotham Knights? I think it's got a 50-50 shot. I don't think I've never been too into what they've shown so far for Suicide Squad, but I don't think it looks bad. So, I liked your PS Plus premium video. Thank you. I felt I needed to talk about that because I shouldn't say that. People definitely are bashing PlayStation Premium, but again, I feel like I came at it from a different angle where it's like I actually like the extra tier. I think PS Plus Extra is good. I would go on record saying that. I just think Premium's not good. So, I love when I try to read everybody's comments, but I'm so far behind. Yeah, I'm so far behind. Let me just thank 2 games to play and Darth Bogan 98. Is that how you say your name? Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for being channel members. Really do appreciate it. I know I'm coming to you like an hour after you are a channel member. How long do you think the gameplay? The rumor is 16 minutes, but that seems to be possibly not true. I hope they show us how we choose a house and wand without linking. It's possible, but see, I don't know if they would show that kind of cutscene. I really don't. When do you think Johnny Depp will be back for Pirates? God, I hope it's soon. I'm going to make a video probably going into next year talking about it, but I saw the Jerry Bruckheimer interview that he said he's willing to, or he wants to make a Pirates movie with him. So, what martial arts? Answered that. What DC character would you like to have a live action movie? All of the ones I care about have kind of gotten. I want more Superman stuff. There is more gameplay stuff coming out. If they show swimming, okay, I still don't know. I forgot how to say it. I know James says it, and he said it to me. I don't remember how to say the dance thing. And no, I'm not gonna. If they show swimming, I'll just be excited, but I'm not gonna get up. I do have socks on, and my floor is hardwood, so I could slip. When I do martial arts, I do it on carpet, and you're supposed to do it without socks. You're supposed to do it barefoot, but I don't. Not recently. I am gonna be playing Starfield. You know it. Gonna definitely be playing Starfield. God of War was so great, but Plague is special. So yeah, honestly, that's where I'm at right now. Like, God of War is so good. It's just like it knows how to be a good game. Plague Tale Innocence was good, but I didn't and I wanted Plague Tale Requiem to be incredible. But it still surprised me that it was. Does that make sense? So God of War just comes out, it minds its own business, it crushes it, it knows how to do it, it does side stuff, it's got the grandos kind of, it's so good. Kratos, right? So freaking good. And then Plague Tale is just kind of there, and it's a special thing what they pulled off. I'm shocked that they pulled it off. It's such a good game. Plague Tale games don't come out often. So, and that's not a diss on God of War. That's more like good for the industry that you can even have that conversation. To me. Did you do the Wizarding World sorting? No, I didn't. And I'm going to do it in a live stream. Probably like a month before. I don't know why I keep touching my hair. About a month before the game comes out in the new year, or when I'm bored. So maybe not in the new year. I'm going to do a live stream where we go through the sorting with you guys. I'll do it live because I've never actually done it. I've never done it officially. I've done it on other websites, I guess, or it's not linked to my account, or whatever the situation is. I don't have a link to the Wizarding World thing. Woo! I just want to say, you're an inspiration to me, and you're the greatest human I know. Oh, my God. Thanks, buddy. I don't recommend jumping in front of trucks, but I'm not going to stop other people from doing what they want to do, and I've been very clear on that, so that includes that. So, you're amazing, man. Watch you all the time. Thanks, buddy. I don't know why my voice cracked. Where are you from? New York. So I'm not Niagara Falls. Not in New York City. Never. But Niagara Falls. 25 minutes from Buffalo. So I do have like a New York accent. Going to all my favorite Hogwarts Legacy creators and leaving a like. Nice. What part of the castle do you think they'll show? Seems like the Grand Hall. Because that's in the, like, it seems like that's what they're going to do. They may have you, like, and maybe it is a cutscene. Maybe they have you walk up, put the sorting hat on you, and that's, like, their tour. You walk through one, thing. So we'll see, though. I really want to see thanks, good use of all the emojis. And you guys are going to have to let me, like, so can you use other emojis? I don't get it. Like, these swords and the sword and shield. I didn't make those. So can you use emojis from other channels? I don't actually understand how that works, but you can use the Elder Wand now. I really want to see our character customization. Yes, and they'll show it a ton. The gameplay, I hope it's... I think it's 16 minutes. We'll see. My friend got God of War, and I bought Hogwarts Legacy, so that's an even trade. Yeah. Batman died today. He did, sadly. Starfield will be the juggernaut of next year. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the juggernauts. I think Jedi Survivor can be huge. I think Hogwarts is going to be gigantic. I think Spider-Man 2, if it releases next year, is a juggernaut for sure. Spider-Man 2 won't have the same kind of... It will. It'll have a different kind of earth-shatteringness to it, like God of War, Ragnarok, but different. Same, but different. Hello there. The real Batman died a few years ago on June 9th. That's true. We've lost quite a few Batman, sadly. What about Avowed? Yes. Please leave a like or Avada Kedavra. Yes. Continue leaving likes. Think Starfield will be awesome. I hope Starfield. It's just if it's a buggy mess or not. That's like the only thing to me. But I think it's going to be a rather good game. Breath of the Wild 2. That's a juggernaut. That's a juggernaut. And yes. Based off my countdown, it's a little off. My countdown is maybe like 30 seconds off. But, well, actually what we're going to do, because remember, the thing starts 5 minutes before. So I'm going to make sure it's up and we're watching it and stuff 5 minutes before. When is the Game Awards? December 8th. December 8th. It's a Thursday night. I'll be co-streaming it. And please come. Please come. Last year, I think I had, well, when I had the other Hogwarts creators on, James and Retro and Andy and all them and Ben, that could have been my biggest live stream I've ever done. But last year's Game Awards could also be the biggest. I think I had almost 500 people here watching. So I've actually had over 1,000 once, but that was because people came in from another stream. I don't really count that. But, yeah, so I love doing the Game Awards stuff. I've done it. This will be my 3rd year in a row co-streaming it. So Starfield 77 is going to be the biggest. Yeah. You should become a No. Well, you did the wink face, so I think you know that I'm not going to do that. And I've said it before. A couple of different things, right? When you cover the same thing, when you cover just Hogwarts, right? Or anything, God of War, Gotham Knights, Forspoken, literally anything. If you cover it, YouTube does like you quite a bit. YouTube pushes you. You're going to become very, very popular during the time leading into the game. And then when said thing comes out, you have the big moment, and then things really die. Things really die. You can look at Gotham Knights right now. You can look at God of War right now for examples that they die. So creators that just cover only Hogwarts Legacy, they either need to pivot or they know that things are obviously going to slow down eventually and they're okay with it, which is fine. If you're fine with it, who cares? And that's what happens. That's what happens to everything. So by me not doing that, I get to survive. I get to jump. Now, that's one reason. My channel stays around because I'm not just Hogwarts. I'll jump to the next thing, or I actively already am. But another reason, and I've said this before, the main reason is I can't just talk about one thing. I would go nuts. So if I only made videos on Hogwarts on this channel, would YouTube like me more? Yes. Would I get more consideration from Avalanche to do things? Yes. Would maybe even audience people like that more? Maybe. But I would never do it because I'm not going to sit here and make Hogwarts videos as the only thing I do. Not doing it. I just listed off like 20 games I'm excited for, and I could list off 20 more. And I'd rather talk about everything than just one thing. And that actively hurts me. Actively on YouTube, it slows me down compared to everybody else. It's why other people are going to pass me or already have. But I don't care. I truly don't care. So, Jedi Survivor, yes. I'm following you, and it's actually funny, the next comment. Long time for Hogwarts Legacy content. I never watched your videos about other games. I expect the people that watch the videos, they'll watch that video, and that's it. I don't take for granted it, and I don't think people, if you want to watch other videos, that's cool, but I know Hogwarts people watch Hogwarts stuff, etc., etc. There's no point in getting mad about it. I started watching with the Scream 5 coverage. Yes. Thank you, buddy. You deserve it then because you've been around a while. So I'm glad the membership thing chose you. If you were to make a game, what kind of game would you make? It would be off a franchise. So it would be like a Sly Cooper thing or Pirates of the Caribbean open world RPG. Those two. Scream game would be a third. So those three. So I'd probably continue give me franchises and I can help. Give me Uncharted. So that stuff like that. Andy Reload seems to have his biggest hits on Hogwarts. Yeah. Hogwarts. I mean, there's games that are bigger than other games. Hogwarts is bigger. God of War is bigger. Starfield will be bigger. You know what I mean? That's just how YouTube works. I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed on December 27th. Oh my God. Hello, everyone. Hello, PN Podcast Now. Fable 3, Dark Souls 2, God of War Ascension. I love God of War Ascension. Honestly, I only watch your Hogwarts Legacy content, so you're a Hogwarts Legacy content creator to me. That's fine. That's fine. And thank you. How do you say Katura? Is that how you say your name? Hit? Thank you so much for the super chat. I may have to just skip here because I'm so behind. So let me just kind of scroll here. We got, like I said, well, let me quickly check Twitter to make sure nothing has happened here. I don't think, they haven't done anything early or anything nuts. But like I said, 5 minutes before. Oh, Kevin Conroy had cancer, so it kind of just sprung up on him, it seemed like. That freaking sucks. That sucks. What a guy. All right, probably a couple minutes before we'll pull up the video, and then I'm gonna kind of get things already set up and started here. Perceiver game looks awesome. Okay, I'll try to remember it. Greetings from Greece. Hello. I had to make a YouTube video for a college class and decided to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. That's awesome. At the end, I refer to you for credible information, Hogwarts Legacy theories. Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you. Wait until they see that I don't actively think J.K. Rowling should be, thrown out into the street and stuff like that. And I don't care what people say. You can think whatever you want. So controversial to say you can believe what you want to believe. It's nuts. Yeah, I mean, I assume talking to you guys about my other stuff, like I know you guys are here for Hogwarts stuff. Like, I'm not stupid. It's too much effort to unsubscribe. You have to really mess up for that. Hey, people unsubscribe from me every day. Every day I lose. And it's not like I make well, I do make mistakes every day, but like no matter what, I'll lose between 15 to 30 people every day. And that's just because once you get, everybody does that. Just ask other people. Once you get high enough on YouTube, like once you have enough subscribers, you lose people daily. Let's see. It doesn't mean I don't watch other videos though. Oh, nice. I hope Evil West single player. Yeah, Evil West is single player and co-op. Hi from Wales. Hello. I subscribed to you at the beginning of the Hogwarts Legacy announcement. Nice, nice. The Philippines. Oh my God, you guys are from all over. Yes, my wife does play video games. I tend to like take the controller and games away from her, but she likes games. She loves God of War, Assassin's Creed, Left 4 Dead is like one of her personal favorites. So she's a gamer. We played It Takes Two together and A Way Out and all that stuff. So Gotham Knights hit Game Pass. Yeah, I think it will eventually, man. Honestly, I do. Spider-Man 2 is my most anticipated. I've been a bit late. Hello? What's going on? I thought I saw it. I was going to be 30 minutes. Kevin Conroy. All right, let's see. It's going to be more than 16 minutes. I mean, maybe, but we'll see. When is it? Please tell me you're joking. I have a countdown. It's for the... Oh, mine changed. I have it right. My thumbnail is the Hogwarts one. Sometimes YouTube is stupid. It does that. I'm not a gamer. I'm just a big Harry Potter fan. Yeah, yeah. How many hours of the actual gameplay will be released? Like before the game comes out? I don't think they're going to show too much. I think maybe like at max like an hour and a half of footage, any kind of footage on the game before we get the game. And I don't think anything more. This year for gaming was way better than any other, in my opinion. Well, I don't think it's better than any other. There's been so many better years than this year. This is better than last year for sure, but there's been some great years. Hey, yo, podcast now. This is my first time talking your streams. I've been subbed since your Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate you sticking around. I still support the good old JD. And, if there is ever Pirates of the Caribbean news, I'm going to cover it for sure. But, before that, or besides that, can't believe it's been 4 years. Yep, 4 years. And I was the first one. Give me my pat on the, stroke my ego. First one to cover it from this group. You're from the Falls? No way. I'm from Lockport. Oh my God, yeah. That's funny. Lockport, I think, is in a better state than Niagara Falls. Hello, Alex. How are you? Titan Gamer, what's up? Are you streaming on Twitch? I'm not. I can actually do dual streams using StreamYard, but I don't. And maybe I should, and because I do have a Twitch, but I don't really use it. But that's something if you guys want me to do, maybe I can try it. The combat does get faster later on. Yes. What time is it for you? 10:50. I wish you were my teacher. I could listen to you talking all day since you got a very beautiful voice. Thank you. Scarlet and Violet. I actually bought both of them for my wife and daughter, so they'll both be playing Pokemon next week. I don't think the timer is off. The timer is off by a couple seconds. It starts 5 minutes early is the thing. I mean, if it starts 5 minutes early, but it's a countdown, so it is right. Elden Ring is my game of the Resident Evil 4. I will be covering Resident Evil 4. A lot. Okay, I've almost caught up. Gotham Knights, Resident Evil, Sonic Frontiers. I want to get Sonic Frontiers and do like a late review on it. So yeah. How? My wife is asking how I could stream from Twitch. You can do a multi-stream using technology. What can we expect from the showcase? Oh, lots of stuff. The UI, character creation, combat, and Hogwarts. I believe those are the main things. I'm getting so many notifications on my phone. Stop. not just from my wife. Oh boy. Hello, Daniel. Avatar is a good one, but we are gonna get Avatar games. Said my name right? Oh my God, that's insane. I will cover. I'm gonna cover Fable no matter what. I've been off the internet avoiding spoilers. Yes, that's smart. I haven't gotten spoiled for. I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Be wary. New Black Panther. I eventually will see it. Yes, I talked about GTA 6. That was one I covered. Did you hear the Fable was going to be made for modern audience? I guess that's a thing that happened recently. Was that today, the Fable thing, modern audience? Was that from today? What's the chance we'll see a Ravenclaw friend? I'd say 0. To be honest. Here from Kenya? Oh, my God. I really want Cy Cooper 5. Me too. So badly. Hey, dude, I'm from Hungary, and I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you. Is it Marquis or Marcy? What are you looking forward to seeing the most? The UI? Taking a break from Ragnarok to watch. Nice. My favorite thing about your videos, your honesty and your unfiltered opinion and facts. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, too much. Like I said, it actively hurts me. It actively hurts me. Again, I'm not taking away from anything that James did. James from Expecto Go deserves this. But I think, and he is a very positive person. And you learn that very easily by talking to him or watching his stuff. I think they look for that. I think someone like me who's controversial in the way that I don't shy away from talking about the controversies and the cancelization of the game online. I go after those people, and I have pointed out negatives with this game that very few others have. That stuff I do think scares companies away. I mean, just in general. So I don't care. Do I think Hogwarts will outsell Spider-Man? I think it could be close. I think those two would be very close. All right, let me pull it up. We should get set. I watch it from. Oh God, now where is it? Should I go on their Twitter? Probably, right? Okay, hold on. This would be really fun if I messed this up, wouldn't it? An hour-long stream before, and then I can't even get this right. Okay, wait. They put it on their. They link to their. No, I don't want to hear it. They put a link to their thingamajig. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Hold on. There we go. It's a little. Now, don't ask me why it's dark, because I can't help you there. It's a little bit darker. Maybe it's because I'm bright, because I have lights shining at me. But I'm going to hide the chat. I could care less. Wait, you can't hide the chat? Oh, duh. So, yes, here we are. Here we are. It's too much for me to dump on you. I'll have to look. If this Fable thing is from today, can somebody send it to me on Twitter and I'll make a video? You know, I don't shy away from it. So send me it on DM me on Twitter. Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter link. It's in the description if you just click it. What else? What else should we probably say? We got like a minute left. Leave a like, subscribe, Twitter, follow me there. I have a second YouTube channel. It's called Podcast Now Plus. I do gaming news, pretty much strictly gaming news and reviews. If I do like a movie review, I put it there. So follow me there, Podcast Now Plus. Become a channel member. It's $2 a month for the lowest tier. You get emojis and exclusive videos. I think that's everything. Is that all of my promotion? I told you. I told you it was a timer. Okay. Now we need to get the audio right here. All right, you guys need to tell me, how does the music sound to my voice if I'm talking like this? Anybody with thoughts? Like, is it too loud? Music's loud? Okay, my wife is probably the best indicator. Music is slightly louder. I'm gonna put the music down just a teensy-weensy bit. All right. Let's see. Any other dying? Hey, from Japan. Oh my God. PN, you're from Japan? Nice. Ethiopia. Oh my God. You guys rock. Hogwarts connects people. I'm telling you that. I've been saying that for a while. Yeah, the Starro boss. I covered that when it was even earlier as a leak. Showcase. I don't know. It could be 16 minutes. It could be 30 minutes. Thanks, Philip. Yeah, Sly needs to return. I've been a big Sly backer. I've covered Sly more than almost anybody. I think maybe Canadian Guy A is the only one who could match me. True. Yeah, people speaking may mess with it. Here from Denmark and really love your content. Thanks, man. Thanks. I never knew you were from Denmark. I recognize your name. Hi from Azkaban. That beautiful Missouri. Where's everybody from? Glasgow. Oh my God, Glasgow. I always say it. Is it Glasgow or Glasgow? Glasgow. Glasgow. I watch enough music things that people perform there and stuff. Just want to say that you seem like a very honest and kind person. I try. I'm definitely honest. I don't know if I'm nice or kind. I don't know if I'm kind. I'm definitely honest. Texas, Belgium, Norway, Minnesota. I'll talk over it just like very slightly. Just slightly. Like, I'm not going to narrate over it. So don't worry about that. Fever over, yeah, a few years ago. And I've been covering this game for 4 years. It's going to be my 4-year anniversary. I'll probably do a video for it. I'll have to look back when's the first video I did for it. And I'll do a 4-year anniversary thing for it. I should have done, maybe next year we can do like a 5-year live stream of the leaks, the day the leaks came out as like a special thing. You guys will have to let me know. Michigan, Wyoming, England, Bristol. Yeah, Sly was the, like, Crash was the early thing for me. And then it was like, I think I played Sly maybe when I was 9 or 10, and I played it, all 3 of them, because I did 1 late, and then I did 2 and 3. So I was like 10, 11, 12 for the trilogy, and that was like the game franchise. It still is. The original Sly trilogy is one of the best trilogies ever created, easily. And then Thieves in Time is not bad. Was doing homework for uni and just finished. Yeah. Any thoughts on Persona 6? I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. 5, Strikers, 5. Oh my God. So I'll be covering Persona 6. Don't you worry. Cannot wait for Persona. And if you guys haven't played Persona, you're missing out. You're missing out. Just got here, crazy excited. Nice, Riley. Hope everyone enjoys. Someone from Poland. I don't know if I saw anybody from Poland. Oh, there you go. Just ask a location and somebody's from there. Where are you guys getting the eagle things, Christy? Where'd the eagle come from? What is Switcha? No, there we go. You're streaming in 100% dark. I can't tell you why. I mean, all right, here we go. Oh my freaking god! I actually can't believe it's happening. Music is so loud and good. I gotta put it down a little. I like them reusing footage so far. It's a good way of start. That's actually pretty funny. They started with reused footage. But now we'll get new stuff.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to
Hey, that's my opening.
Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, community manager here at Avalanche Software.
He said first, by the way, so there'll be more.
Today, but before we get into showing you the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests that I need to introduce you to. First up, we have our community guest host.
He was there?
He brings you the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. He's the local Merlin conspiracy theorist.
Guilty as charged, yes.
One half of Expecto Go,
Yeah.
James Whitehead.
Thanks, Chandler. Yes, I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. And I am one half of Expecto Go, the other half, my wife, Sue, represents that other half. So I'm excited to be here.
They flew him out. My dear God.
Avalanche Software for inviting me. I cannot wait to go over this gameplay. I just got to say that.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio.
Like that?
Two of the many people bringing this thing together. The magic of Hogwarts Legacy. Game director, Alan Tu.
Hello, everyone.
And senior environment artist and Hogwarts expert, Boston Madsen. So thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay. So what we're going to be showing you today, first, the character creator, because it's your legacy, and you have to create yourself when you get into to get into Hogwarts and bring your whole authentic self to Hogwarts. So we're going to show you that character creator. Then we're going to dive into a tour of Hogwarts, and it's just a small tour of Hogwarts, right? Because Hogwarts is huge. Hogwarts is really big. So we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still a lot. So, and finally, ending up with combat. A little taste of combat, a little taste of how all that works.
Let's go.
Just a little taste, yeah. So we're excited to get there. But again, first and foremost, we need to get into this character creator. And James, with you here, we wanted to let you
I'm telling you,
create
it's
this
going to be on
character.
PlayStation.
So, Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today,
Yep, there it is. Told you.
is going to be handing you the controller.
Alex was right.
Oh my gosh. All right, I won't break anything. All right, so what are we looking at right here on this screen?
And I told you about this
These are
too.
your
I knew
presets.
it.
So a lot like other games, there's some initial settings that you can choose for your character that just kind of get them into like the ballpark of what you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want to change.
Oh man.
And then once you're in that ballpark, all the other tabs let you dial that in, be exactly who you want to be. It's our goal with this is to make sure that for anyone that fantasized about bringing themselves to the school for the very first time, that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are and essentially
I think I'm
bring
going to be
themselves
very
to Hogwarts
right
or whatever
on my
character
predictions
they
here.
want to bring to
Very
Hogwarts.
right.
Oh my God, and options galore. Do you mind if I try to
Archibald,
put
what's up, buddy?
myself in here right quick?
How you saying
Okay,
Archibald?
all right. So, okay, yeah, that's me. We're here. That's me right there. All right, so that's the one.
We're
So,
pretty close, but let's look at everything
Okay,
here. You
let's
know,
go over
play
here.
around with some of these options, like really.
All right, so what are we looking at with this option over here with the tab? I see face stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So
You have glasses.
you can, now you're just kind of getting into the details in your face shape, in your skin color. And then because we knew a lot of people going right in are going to want it right away, even though it's an option later in the game, you can collect different types of glasses, put them on later. We give you some options right up front if you want to have glasses for your character.
Oh man, oh my gosh, look at the structure of the faces with this. Wow, you guys thought of every crazy. I like that. I don't think my face is that skinny, but I think we'll go with that. I think we'll go that route. And down here is this.
Those are your glasses
this
there. Yeah.
Oh, so we could go Harry Potter if you want. Off the jump. Oh man, and this is just some of the options, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so through the course of the game, there's a lot of different options that you'll keep unlocking.
Okay.
So as part of kind of
So
like
that's
gear
it to
for the
begin
character,
with. That's
there's
it to
lots
begin
of
with for
different
glasses.
classes. There's even masks. There's all kinds of things over the course of the game.
I like how it's all Victorian era, though.
Yeah,
Like,
right
it's
up front.
very
Such a
authentic.
good call. Such a good call. Oh my gosh. All right. So now, we can go fleek on this one with the hair.
Ooh.
I spend a lot of time here just like dreaming about
Jesus
my different
Christ.
characters.
Oh my gosh, the pony. The thing I'm always amazed by whenever I see any aspects of Hogwarts Legacy
James is a positive man,
character creator is just
as we've said.
the texture. And like you even adding the bounce with the hair moving around. You know,
The
it kinda
hair
looks like
does look
Hermione
good.
a little
Like
bit.
you can see the
I'm not even gonna just like
you can see the strands.
And we can just
falling.
go. Can I go like tonks purple or
Did you see
green
it?
a little bit?
Absolutely.
The hair looks. I like it.
Yo, this is so cool. Oh, I like that. That is cute.
Yeah, the hair looks really good. Honestly.
Okay,
All
so
right, that's-
little behind the scenes. I used to have this type of hair like way back, but
was it purple?
I wanted silver tips, so that was the closest I got to any color. But,
Maybe this is
oh
46
my
minutes.
Gosh, this is so cool. So you literally can bring yourself. Like it's a myriad of textures and different hairstyles here. All right, so now we're getting over here to play around with some of the.
These are more subtle options. We've
Okay.
got freckles, moles, different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes, maybe like some shading on the
Do
cheek.
people do scars?
Oh,
I tend to do like
man.
one
You guys
scar
literally thought of
on
it.
my character.
With this.
I do have a bit of fun with that. And then the scars are one of those options where, Harry had his own unique scar, but you can come in with different
Yours.
scar options.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. I didn't even see that.
Oh, those are my favorite. The eyebrow scars.
Yeah.
Love those.
Yeah. You look kind of
It's a
like.
classic.
Yeah, you look kind of just like tough. But anyway. So now
Yeah.
we're over
I
here.
do like one scar.
Oh,
Like my
man.
Commander
This-
Shepard has one
You
scar.
guys, this is so sick.
Again, getting more subtle here. You know, really
This won't
like
take
dialing
people
in
that long
face
to create a
really
character, right?
Get your.
I don't know how revealing I want to be with my facial features now. Just like, yeah, I kind of have a big face. Yeah, my eyebrows kind of sit kind of low. But I mean, literally, you have so many options just starting the game. I feel like I'm going to be here like forever.
You and me both.
And then this final tab here, this is where you kind of bring your whole character together. You know, this is where you finalize everything. You're not choosing your house here.
Okay.
That's not yet.
That was a theory.
But here's where you bring you choose voice 1 or voice 2, which is more kind of a masculine or a feminine voice, and then even within that, changing your pitch,
with
the pitch slider.
It's a subtle slider, but
Yeah.
but you can hear it,
Concerned about. That was quite something.
and so you can kind of make out
Well,
the differences.
there's the
But yeah,
audio.
you choose which kind of voice that you
Very well
want.
be able to help.
You'll be selecting your difficulty.
The
here.
character
For
creator is
today, we'll just go
not.
normal.
It's
Well,
not
Andrew's
the
gonna be,
most detailed in
taking
the
us through
world.
some of the experiences with combat
It's
later.
good.
And
It's
we can
not
talk a little
anything
more about
special, though.
difficulty, with combat and how that plays in.
That is
But
a
I
big
think
question.
the important thing here is like if for people who aren't gamers, especially,
Right.
story mode is a way to get into this without being worried about like, oh, do I need to be good at games? Like, no,
Definitely
just
gonna
enjoy
play
this
it on
game.
medium. Oh, you pick your name.
And then go. We're good. We're good. Awesome.
And then whether you want to be witch or wizard.
Amazing.
What'd you think, character creator? We're good.
I'm good. Let's
Whoa.
explore Hogwarts. And
Okay, those were kind. That
Through
that
the
last
magic
tab
of
was cool.
using a dev kit, we're going to be loading up a save a little later in, so that we can show you more about Hogwarts and give you that taste of combat. All right, Andrew's got some gameplay pulled up for us here. We are starting out, James. There you are. You're wearing the House Fanatic robes.
There's the map.
From the
There's
account
the
game.
spells.
Yeah, I do look good. And this is our first look at the Hufflepuff common room, I'm assuming. I mean, dorm room.
The dorm room.
Yeah. This is awesome. But Alan, what are we seeing right here with the UI? Because this is our first look.
Yeah. So right now we know there's been a lot of questions about the HUD because this is the first time we're showing it. So kind of going over it from right to left. On the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond.
Mm-hmm.
So those are everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you can earn over the course of the game.
20.
Okay.
And that's where the player can place them and use them and access them very quickly. To the top left of that is you'll see the D-pad, and on the left is an eyeball, and on the right is a bit of a grid. So the eyeball is an example of one of, not a slottable spell, but what we call an essential spell. There are certain spells that are used in very specific contexts, or that we just want on the controller at all times. And Revelo is one of those. That's left on the D-pad. On the right on the D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. And so right now, today, we're not going to be going into the spell slotting menu because we feel like there's a lot of spoilers there. You know, like what are all the spells and what can we do?
I would like spoilers, but I understand.
But we do want to make sure there's still some goodies left to share with everyone.
Spells.
And then on the left side, that thing that has the L1 button next to it, that's another thing where we don't want to spoil, but basically that's where you access your tool wheel. So there's a lot of magical tools that you're going to be kind of brewing and growing over the course of the game. And so that's where you would access them rapidly is our tool wheel.
Okay, cool.
There are a few things that I left off the table on the right.
It's
the
definitely
green
rough
bar is
around
your
the
health,
edges. The
and
game.
basically
It
there's a
lacks
potion next to it. That's how
textures
you might heal.
right now,
The
but
bar above
that'll
it,
be
we're keeping a secret.
ironed out.
I apologize. And
But it looks good.
all the way
It
on
does
the
look
left
good.
is our mini map with a kind of overhead view of where you are currently.
I
in
like
the
the
common
map.
room that updates as you travel through
I like the map a lot.
Hogwarts and beyond out into the world. And for those fans out there that aren't a huge fan of minimaps, because we know they exist, there's also options to remove the minimap and turn on or off different elements of our HUD. But
Really immerse yourself.
Yeah.
and we'll go more into the spells as we get into combat, but that's what you're seeing there. And this is our HUD.
Also, Andrew's giving us a good look over here. I want to call out. I'm a big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories. Very nice bedside tables.
They are nice bedside tables.
Yeah.
You told look at
The
Gotham
honey-colored
Knights.
wood was
Gotham
mentioned
Knights'
in
city
O'Reilly.
looked really good.
Part
though.
of lore.
It's part of lore. There we go. All right.
The spells
Now
are right out from
walking
Dead by
out
Daylight. I mean,
into-
so much.
We really tried making these low-ceilinged dorms.
They're like
to
Dead by
give you that
Daylight.
Badger set
Yeah.
sort of feel.
And the first thing I know is the music. The score is amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
And I'm calling out here. This is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those Common Room
There's
videos
symbols.
we
You
released.
see
You'll
symbols
notice
on the
music's
map?
a little bit different, and that is entirely intentional.
We just want to welcome you to your common room in every single house, just a little bit differently. So you can customize that experience right away.
Looks
oh
good.
my gosh, that's so awesome. Look at that.
So I mean, beautiful design. We could spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the common room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like just geeking out over it.
All the details come from J.K. Rowling's writings for this common room. The round doors, the hanging
Oh no, they
vines, even the
mentioned her
dancing
name.
badgers on the
It's
fireplace.
kind of a-
They're canceled
Yeah.
now.
Very, very earthy.
Which is like elements for each of the houses,
Yep.
right? Like
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw's air, Gryffindor is fire, and Slytherin is water. We
Wow.
really leaned into that for each common room.
Wow.
So if it feels earthy, we've got a little earthen passageway. That's what we were.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, it should feel very familiar.
Yeah.
Mods
it
will
does.
help.
It does.
but I know you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be leaving.
Thank you. I understand. Whoa, the sound effects though. Like, looking back at the past trailers, it was just music, but kind
They're
of hearing
awful little.
how Hogwarts
The
is
syncing,
now, it's so cool.
the game is ahead of them.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use
Or,
Revelio
no, they're
right here,
ahead.
'cause there's
They're
little
ahead of the
magic
game.
going
You
on.
notice a little something there.
The NPCs are definitely soulless.
Yeah. So these are something that we kind of interchangeably call Revelio pages or lore pages. And you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
You see that we got some
XP.
XP for it.
XP.
And you can also see that we've advanced something called like a field guide challenge up in the corner.
Uh-huh.
So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we had to ask ourselves, what?
Continue, I'm sorry. Continue.
There may be something you may or may not be able to tickle there.
Yeah.
But in our game, we had to answer the question, you know, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Okay, okay.
And so we have an answer to that question, and it's given to you by the staff. So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game. And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here,
Roll.
before you push forward a little bit, you can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your
Jesus.
Wizard's Field Guide, and you can see your house kind of
Right
crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
right? And you
okay.
can see that on your level as well. So that the field guide has this magical property of looking out into the world around you. And the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors
So
have
cool.
granted it to you as a late fifth year student is because they want it to help you catch up to the other kids. And its magical property is to discover different opportunities to learn and grow all around you. So the way it works is as you discover gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge, which is kind of
On the bottom.
locked into there.
Okay.
And Andrew, if you go in there, you'll see different types of challenges that are combat challenges, quest challenges,
Wow.
exploration challenges. And you can see field guide pages are on there as well.
Yeah.
So
1%. We unlocked that one field guide page.
that entire category is one of the ways that the book itself kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the school and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're
That is
actually going
so
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells. And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn
Yeah.
XP. It's also something that that players can use to learn about the school as they're traveling around. They spot these little secret facts and they can kind of play a little bit of a game discovering all of them. And there are over 100 field guide pages just in Hogwarts alone. So.
Little glimpse of the grand staircase
Yeah.
here. We're not gonna.
Circular staircase.
All
to
the
match tower.
portraits.
Yeah.
And I did notice the blue
Oh.
flame just ignite right there, which was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fast travel points there. House hourglasses. We had to. How much fun was it designing those and
Yeah.
putting all
Oh, they're
those in
gorgeous.
It
there?
needs
But-
polish.
but-
This
But
is,
they're there just like in the books,
Yes.
right
It's
next
a
to
nod
the
to
Great
lore.
Hall.
It's a nod
Yeah.
to lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the
Yeah,
game. It is
we didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a gameplay system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there are lots of choices where we want to nod to things that aren't necessarily gameplay systems, but,
Yeah.
They
but we
look
nod to
very
them
beautiful,
as
those
part of the narrative.
Over to the
hourglass.
right
Part of the
there,
wizard
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great
Great
Hall
Hall.
over through
Yeah.
those doors. Again, we're not going there. He's just kind of like, no.
Cool.
Here's another collectible page. You know, just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts that you can do and pick up. And
That's a shot straight from the trailer too. Just that part right there. I recognize
I
that.
might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those. So
And this must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows. These windows will change with the seasons.
Yeah, the detail I put into this is kinda-
Summertime, huh?
I get surprised by it all the time.
That's
didn't
a
even know that was a
sentient
thing.
magic castle. So
That's weird.
Oh man.
Anybody else think that's weird?
And we're going out. Look at that.
This is where the students would normally kind of congregate just to kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside of the Great Hall before and after meals.
It's huge. I mean, it's
And
huge.
I love the way that when the castle interconnects to, that it interconnects outside, inside. There are pathways on both sides of things, so you really get a sense of scope
Yeah.
to how big this castle
And
is.
when you see things like you'll notice a bridge over there, that's a place you can go to and cross. Like
Yeah.
everything that you see is a place
Yeah,
that you
I don't
can
think
visit.
summer makes sense.
Wow.
we
It's
tried
not the
so-
beginning. They said
we
they
put a lot of
jumped
effort
into
in
a
making it
later
feel
build.
Really alive, not just with student population, but even just the greenery and stuff. It's Scotland.
Yeah.
And this castle's been here for hundreds of years, so just kind of the moss and all the trees that have
Yeah.
overgrown it. And
Oh my gosh.
That landscape, that
This
Scottish.
location might look a little familiar to you.
I thought I recognized it. I believe this is from the Spring ASMR, and yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is taking us right back to
I am
that.
going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and to keep moving on.
No.
We can't spoil everything. We can't give you everything, right?
Hogwarts
Yeah,
contains a
I
lot
think
of
the summer thing is kind of interesting, personally.
Oh my God.
But this is this grand entryway right here coming down into a really kind of central area.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the greenhouse outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but it is designed so you shouldn't get very lost. This is kind of a grand central station.
I love that. I love
Each
that.
direction, you know, it's green over there, so the greenhouse is over there. Transfiguration Courtyard, you know, the library straight ahead. So it's kind of the hub
Oh my
of
God.
a lot of the castle.
Even
What's
the
that
color,
symbol for the
visually, you
girl
can just
over
tell,
there?
Okay, green,
Oh, green, go that
greenhouse.
way.
Oh my God.
A lot of it'll be subconscious, but
Yeah.
it'll help you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way around.
That's not to say that it's easy to learn. All of us here still get pretty lost in it
It
on a
is a
daily
castle.
basis.
It
It's a
is.
castle. It's
The music is real good. I was not invited.
I love that Andrew's definitely teasing a lot of things here. I'm noticing he's swinging the camera this way and that.
Yeah.
He's got this grin on his face over there that's just like, yeah, I know what
that
I'm
statue
doing. I know
is
what I'm
from the reveal trailer. There's that dragon. Oh my
This
God.
is another location where the students will gather, you know, and just kind of chill out.
And an
uh,
opportunity to talk to somebody, get a
Yeah.
quest giver here.
Oh, they're quests. So the symbol
Is
earlier.
everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years.
Professor
You
Black.
should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
So those kind of
I
side
hope
quests
you
are really, it's a
Side
cool way
quest,
to
I called
interact
it.
with your fellow students, with perhaps other teachers, with, you know, various things like that, as well as teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts, I think. There's a
in this
little
case,
bit of that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the students are a way to kind of like flesh out the school opportunities around it, what
So
we
they're
can do,
quest
and then those
givers, is that
interactions.
symbol.
Different interactions with different characters can also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game wide. Some of these affect characters' lives, the ending of the game.
And sometimes
I
it's
don't
just
wanna
about
talk
you
too
being
much-
a little bit of a
Sometimes
nice
just about
guy
the
or just
mission.
being a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So
I don't
the
wanna
scale
talk
really
too much
varies,
over it
but-
because people are-
But those opportunities exist.
I don't want to make people
Wow,
mad
look
and
at this.
have people complaining.
This
But
is
I'll
the
talk about it
Dada
as soon as it's
Defense
over.
Against the Dark Arts.
I'm not a fan of the
Power.
voices.
Power.
I'll say
which
that right now.
This is one of
But
my
I've said that.
favorite locations in the castle. Just visually, you come in here and just the
Dan,
richness of
It
I
this
is
said
area.
they're
very
going to
iconic,
show a
very
side
unique
quest in
to
this gameplay showcase.
anywhere
That's what
else
I
in the
said,
castle.
actually.
Somebody
So
else
maybe
that we
pay
can talk
attention.
to, notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an 11-year-old.
Are you all right?
She is young.
Don't you know who I am?
Oh, that's cool.
Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Let me hear him one more time.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose.
I like
which I never
the
do.
AI's
Or at
voice.
least
I'm not a
not
fan of the
often.
character of the
People can be so
protagonist's
cruel.
voice. I
Just
like
because they're
theirs.
sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
now
literally
those poor losers
predicted
have taken
they
my
would show
gobstones
side
and
quests
hidden them
in
in
this
very high
showcase.
places
That
all
was
over
my
the
prediction.
school.
Not that there'd be side quests in a game. I'm not stupid.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own.
Pirates
I
would
don't
be
think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
I like her voice. And I like the other girl's voice too.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate
His
the help.
voice is too monotone.
If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
I love that interaction with her because there's so many ways that you can go with that. You can you can feel for her. You can be a jerk to her. You can be like, gobstone sounds awful. It sounds like you're just mean.
Yeah, and your opportunities to be mean there aren't over. So,
they continue.
that's a good example of the
Gobstones too. I know people are gonna ask. Gobstones playable? They mentioned it, right?
Yeah. Gobstones is one of the things that is not playable in the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's it's an amazing thing on the franchise how many things about this like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of kind of like which things we will and won't include in the bucket, just kind of for the overall health of
Wizard's
the thing.
chest.
Those are things that aren't featured.
They're featured within the world.
Oh
I'm glad they mentioned
no!
they're a
What
part
a
of the Wizarding
mistake!
World.
Every single time
Part of
there was something that
students'
we
life.
That is a
regretted
big
because we
miss.
couldn't
No
include it. We
wizard's
also tried to
chest.
figure out a way to make sure that it was included in the narrative, included in the
That's so
stories.
dumb.
Make sure that there's a way to kind of like acknowledge it, touch it, and make it feel like it's definitely part of the world.
I'm pretty upset about that.
We're-
That is an
we're-
easy
we're
ad.
Reaction.
I was like, we're in Defense Against the Dark Arts class. I recognize that staircase to the left where we were just at. Andrew was walking by. I also recognize the dragon at the very top. Oh my gosh.
Being in a classroom, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how classes work because we've gotten a lot of questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it so tell us how classes work.
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day? and
There
that kind of
is a
thing.
day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the
Okay,
game, and
that's fine.
classes fit within that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure and also get to know the professors better.
Cool.
And I just
That's
want
fine.
to call out something that Andrew's been kind of showing off, ways to kind of interact with the environment and just engage
like
with the
that,
world. And
how classes
maybe
work.
down there he was sipping some tea with
I saw that.
Victorian high,
high society.
High society.
And it's no wonder you like this area because we built it for like the purebloods and the Slytherins.
Oh,
and,
come on.
Well, like speaking of lived in,
Yeah.
like the sound effects.
Chess
again,
is
the
so
chatter
easy, I
of the
think, and I don't know
communication that's
why it's
happening
not in
and
this
the footsteps,
game.
like, it just makes it
That
feel
was cool.
more alive.
Little events like that, the brooms going
I
by
just saw a broom
overhead.
go by. Love that.
I like how the classes
The
work. So
data
they're
tower
just
was one example, but
keep talking.
no two hallways should look the same in Hogwarts. It has a lot of personality. Every hallway should be a little bit different, and that's mostly to help orient the player.
I'll talk about the
Help them not get
classes
lost,
at
but,
the end.
This is Hesperus Hall. That's a little nod from the Marauders.
I'm gonna write down
a
some
name that came
notes.
from the Marauders map. But every hallway will have a little bit of a different personality, and
Personality. I like that because
Yeah,
it
a
gives
lot of
it does like
character.
Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts is its own character no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Feels just a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a sentient castle full of magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of
And
grow
full
and
of,
develop. Oh, I heard something.
Yeah. Speaking of characters.
Speaking of magic, Mr. Magic himself.
My future poltergeist too.
You know, we talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the side.
Oh, lots of
You
people
know who
wanna
that
try.
is?
Lachlan the Lanky,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
got his Bowtruckle friend. And I think if players don't know, there's another
Well,
Revelio page there.
Yeah, there's a map of Argyllshire. We know the fat lady hides
It
there.
hides behind it. That's right.
The third,
I think
third
based on
book.
how big
But
Hogwarts
sometimes
is, there'll be
a hallway
quite a
has
bit to
personality by
explore
how it
outside of
looks.
it.
Or we just passed a music hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over, and so the sound makes it really unique.
All right, I gotta call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay and what we've shown so far has not had enough owls. Okay, so here we are.
Who's
At
criticized
the
that?
owlry. We're looking directly at the owlry to show you all of the owls.
It's a lot of owls.
It's a lot of owls at the owlry.
I
all
love the
owls.
fog rolling down that.
Great callback. Great call.
No, I also love that as I one of my favorite things about just kind of going around on the outside of the school is that all those things that I see are places that I can go to, that I can visit. I just love that sensation
That's
knowing
so
that that is
cool.
real.
That lovely Scottish countryside.
We're kind of closing out our mini tour of Hogwarts, and again, it was but a fraction of this enormous castle. But we're closing it out here in the Clock Tower, so another recognizable location.
Yeah.
But this is where Crossed Wands, which is the secret, not so secret dueling club, is that the students have put together. Professors definitely know
Mention
about it,
the
but they
lack
think
of
they're being
owls.
clever. And it's run by this Lucan Brattleby here.
Who's in a younger year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
And this is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat, because really in the game this is going to be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. For me personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's certain
let's
spells
see
that
this
the wizards
combat
kind of
here.
like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands.
I like that. I
and
like
if we
that.
let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy.
I'll talk
of
about
in
your
combat,
guys'
I need to be able
worries.
to access
I
things
get it.
very
I'll talk about
rapidly.
it.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again, you can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle and adjust and update those things. And so if you hold down R2 and you tap the D-pad, it will switch between your other diamonds if you've unlocked them, and that's how you access all those.
Oh man, it looks like we're about to get some action over here.
If you hold, what do you?
So this is a great way to kind of learn how to pull things together,
So you
pull those
Leviosa
combos
right
together.
Here. Yeah. Tap, Accio, tap, tap, tap. Awesome.
Well done,
Andrew.
And that's just against the dummy, but I mean,
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
I think now we can take on something a little more challenging. It's going to shoot back.
Now let's talk about some more features of the combat system.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so we're going to be able to kind of pause
I'm
the
ready.
pause the action
Yeah.
and talk about what you're seeing on the screen, because there's about to be a lot going on.
Okay.
And you can pick.
All right, here you can select if you want to fight with somebody else, some of
One
your
of the other
classmates.
students.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're not. We want that action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really get you that sense of combat.
So apparently you've got quite the reputation because they've got you up against 3 people.
Three people.
Off the jump.
So I can explain this just because I know people are going to go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in. You're not the only one that has Protego and the ability to deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to the spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we're trying to put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one, all this, control spells. And so those things for
You
the
see
player,
the spells
they
coming?
wind up
How do they
also being
block?
a color indicator for which actual spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards kind of like that close attention that you're paying on things.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's
Give
going
us a
on.
breakdown of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, you know, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown. The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you'll be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with Protego.
And I love that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and kind of breaks things off walls too.
I like that.
But also, if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy. And you can use that even in your combos
a fan
and stuff.
of
So
the
if you're focused on a
numbers jumping
character,
off, just like
you know,
Gotham Knights. Why
you're
do
doing your
people think
thing,
they need
and
to do
someone
that?
else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a
Not a
direct
fan,
attack.
but I'm gonna turn that off.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna pretty handily finish these other students off here. Win this duel.
How fast it is.
It is fast.
It's like a dance.
Yeah, we really felt like in the movies, there's almost like a. It's kind of like
I just.
there's
I
this
know
element
it's
of
in
kind
our
of like
dome.
fencing from a very great distance. And,
Guys,
and there are
come
a lot of things that we had to do with our controls and combat system in order to kind of capitalize on that idea that's pretty unique to the Wizarding world.
Yes. Well, perhaps you should try that next time. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round.
They showed the speed, I think,
I'll
too.
let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then.
They showed the speed because I think people
the
were
next round
concerned
is for all
about
the
the speed.
gobstones,
So
so to speak.
yeah, I will be turning off.
And that is more or less going to wrap it up for us for now, for what we wanted to show you. Character creator, tour of Hogwarts, and just that little taste of combat. But we didn't want to leave you without maybe a little taste of something that we may show in the future, may show next time. You know, so leaving the castle, going out here.
More owls confirmed.
Owl mail. Oh, there's the owlery again. Yes, all of the owls. But yeah, just heading out here again to show you like from Hogwarts to the world beyond Hogwarts. And
Oh man.
this is not somewhere where we're going today, but we will definitely be taking you in the future.
So the next
glimpse
the
at
next
the
one will be
scale of the
outside
castle back there.
of the wall.
All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed everything that you've seen. But I think, James, you may have a few other questions here at the end of things. So
Yes.
while we're done with what we're showing on the gameplay side, I know there's a few things that you want to pick Alan and Boston's brains about.
I would love that because there's a lot. Let me grab it. All right, so some of these questions we did pull from the community secretly, but I did pull from the community. So,
and also from, I mean, going through this, I
Based
feel like
off of- yeah.
you've come up with some things you want to talk a little more about. I'm sure.
elaborate on, because we went through character customization, Hogwarts,
See you,
stuff,
Philip.
and even combat. So this would be like for the both of you guys. Will we be able to go back and change our character creation if we don't like it?
So not everything, but there are certain things with hairstyle, hair color, so kind of like core shapes,
Okay.
you know, like with the body and face, not after the fact.
Okay.
But there are lots of things. There's kind of like a barber shop in Hogsmeade that you can go to, and
Of course, there's
inside
a wizard
there,
barber,
you can
right?
customize, yeah.
You could change your hair color for holidays or something, right?
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
And the game features a lot of appearance customization in it. So there's a ton of options there. But that's in terms of like your character and stuff that you have the character creator. It's like a smaller set of what you saw there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, awesome, awesome. Next question: what kind of leisurely activity can we do? Can we study with our free time? I mean, what will we be doing just hanging out in Hogwarts?
Because as you progress through the game, there's a bunch of different missions that open up. Most of them are driven by
you're not
going to
be going around doing the
You know, some of them want help getting up the hijinks, or some of them want to just explore secrets in the castle because there are new secrets in our castle to explore. And so, so I think there's a bunch of things to do. And when it comes to class, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just kind of like the mainline stuff. There are kind of like extracurricular assignments, some of which are optional, some of which are kind of like blockers for main mission. Kind of like you can't go on this mission until you have the spell. And then the spell is open, you know, the assignment and how you complete it with your professor. And so there are opportunities to study, so to speak, like with that. But they do all take the form of our mission structure.
As you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's get into some combat right quick.
In plural.
Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal?
Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. So each spell has kind of like its own core identity and what it does in the game with regards to both kind of like puzzling, world exploration, and enemy combat and all that kind of stuff. And then it's through the talent system. Right? When you go into that, it's kind of like each of those spells has ways to kind of like advance and grow and change. And as you spend talents, in some cases, it even changes like the way you approach the battlefield and things like that. So I'd say that's no more true than with like dark arts, for example. And as you go down that line and you kind of play around with those talents, it really does start to kind of like affect even how you approach combat and how you think about the battlefield.
Yeah, I'll talk about it in a second.
I won't be touching the dark art stuff, but I know many of you guys will be.
Maybe on your second playthrough?
Second playthrough, yes. Dark Hufflepuff coming, #soon. I want to close off with this question, and this will be for everybody, and we'll start with Boston. With this game that you guys have been working on for however long and the excitement you guys have, what's one aspect of Hogwarts Legacy that you are excited for the fans to experience? Boston.
I think I'm just excited for the fans to play through the world, specifically the castle, and maybe go read those books again. I hope that whether you're already a fan and love this game, or this is your first introduction into the world, I hope they just point at each other in the best way possible. And I'm just excited for fans to get to finally go to Hogwarts and feel like they can own it and live there. I've lived there for 5 years. It's a great place to live. Official
go,
5th
5
year.
It's really funny because I want to give a different answer and I will, but I actually feel like the most honest answer is really similar, because my favorite thing when running around playing the game and getting to know Hogwarts the way Boston knows it, because she knows the school and the lore better than I do, and thank God, right? Because you want the person architecting it to really know that. But when I rewatch the films or I'm rereading passages from the books, there's a different relationship to those things having played the game.
Right.
And so it's really looking over the edge and seeing location. I'm like, oh my God, I'm right there. And in the movie saying, I know what's around that corner in the film. Like if you go down this way, there's actually a thing over here and there's this person over here and this thing happened. And it just adds all this richness to everything that you already love.
And not just that, but you're going to add your own story.
Yeah.
So you know what happens around that corner because you did something.
Yeah.
And then the quick answer, just to have something different, is I just love being on a broom. I just love looking at the whole world and just being like, okay, I can just go.
I can go there.
That vantage point,
There's just something exhilarating about it that feels very different in that kind of open air and on that thing. It's just like, it's kind of incredible. Yeah.
And wrapping it up, for me, it's just bringing the community together with it and sharing those stories, because it is your story, and you are going to be writing. This is your unique experience within this, and even within the things that are the same, it's going to be your unique experience. It's different from mine. It's different from. We're all approaching it from different places, and I think that's going to be really cool the way that everybody brings those things together. All right, and that's everything that we have to show you today. I know maybe it wasn't everything you wanted to see, but it was a whole lot of stuff. Character creator, a little mini tour of Hogwarts there, just a small part of it, a little bit of combat. And we do have some more stuff coming up for you in the future. Hogwarts Legacy releases on February 10th, 2023, and is available for pre-order now. But that's going to do it from us. We're going to leave you with a little something else. But for now,
something else.
Bye.
Bye.
It's a trailer. It's a summary of what we just did. That was weird. All right, then. All right. Boy. I don't think I'll ever be invited to one of those. All right, hold on. I want to go over some stuff. Oh, I don't need my timer anymore. There's no countdown. All right. I'm not going to talk about the brightness. All right, so overall, I thought it was pretty solid. It clearly needs polish. Well, look, you're going to have people on both sides of it. You're going to have people disappointed with what they saw because they build it up so much. There's going to be so many different ways of looking at it, all right? I saw the one comment that said, like, in the chat, people were complaining about multiplayer. The funny thing with it is that people complain about pretty odd stuff. All right, I wrote a list. I want to talk about it very quickly, and then I want to talk about, or then I'm going to probably get off and start making videos because there's stuff to do. Firstly, I think Wizard's chess is a huge miss. I don't really care what anybody else says. That's the whole point of this. It's my channel. Wizard's chess, I just think chess is such an easy thing to incorporate into a game that not having it seems pretty stupid. For those that were saying who was asking for it, I mean, it's just an activity to do. I don't care who is asking for it. It's just something that you're walking around, you see a person playing it, the camera zooms like looking down, and then you move the pieces around. I really don't think it's that hard. So that is a little odd. I don't know why. That gets me the sense that, like the things that people want to see in the game, obviously, some of the stuff is obviously missing. All right, so you had that. Summertime, to those, smart Alex in the, not Alex, the people in the comments, summertime, why is that important? Well, they said this was a later, they jumped into the game later, so why is it summer? So that's why summer to me is interesting, because it doesn't really make sense for it to be summer. I don't care about the visuals. I know people say, it looked foggy outside and all that stuff. It didn't look like summer. But saying it's summertime, going outside, saying it's summertime, but saying that it's later on in the game, then why is it summer? So that's odd. And that's not a negative. That's, cool. Does that mean you're in multiple years? Nobody was complaining about the lack of owls, so I want to just throw that in. Visuals. So, yes, I saw the comments. I understand. Some of the stuff to talk about with visuals, obviously you're watching it through a stream, whether you're watching it through me or if I'm watching it myself, there's still a barrier. So there's still a barrier. It's an early build. The most polish any game ever receives is in the last about 3 to 6 months before the game comes out. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It lacked textures. The textures were lacking quite a bit. That stuff could be, updated as it goes on. I'm not really all that worried. Visually, that's one aspect of it. I also did think it looked good. I think Hogwarts looks very, vibrant is probably not the right word, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different objects. There's a lot of the, I don't know why I'm holding this. There's a lot of, windows and the glass. They did a really good job kind of populating it with stuff. NPCs. Let me write down NPCs. So you had that. I just kind of want to go through my quick thoughts. I'm probably going to just say these things over for video anyway. Details. Okay, that's the same thing. Animation. So I think the animation actually wasn't all that bad. The dialogue talking one person to the other person, that, yes, it's hard to improve upon that because it's the basic one person is looking at one person and the camera swaps from looking. There's only so much you can do. You could argue maybe Horizon has Aloy's hair moves a lot, but then it clips and it goes through her shoulder a lot. So it's hard to innovate that. But I think the animation actually was pretty okay. Textures I mentioned. This is why I'm doing this now. Dialogue. Okay, so dialogue, I'm still not a fan of the main character's voice. I said that. I got a lot of heat for it, a ton of heat for it in the Slytherin, the gameplay trailer with Sebastian when you're going through learning Crucio. I said I don't like the main character's voice. People said, "Oh, you didn't hear enough of it." All right, fine, cool. I heard more of it now, and I'm still not impressed. Too monotone. And it didn't really yes, there's different pitches, so we'll see. I like the other people's voices. So the characters that they were talking to, I actually really liked all of them. I saw the one that said, the tough thing is this. These kids, the youngest you can be is 11. And it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see how the voices match. I have an 8.5-year-old daughter. So, if some of these kids sound like her, I'm going to think that's rather stupid. And yes, movies do it all the time with the wrong ages. Games do it all the time. I understand that. It's still a criticism. I liked the first two. The boy did sound too young, depending on what age he was supposed to be. So that's something. But I like it. Their dialogue is fine. I'm just not a fan of the main character so far. Wizard's Chess, I complained about that. So how classes work, I like it. I like classes a lot. So basically it's what Andy and I, if you guys watched the live stream, Andy Reloads did with me, or the live stream we did a few weeks ago. We talked about two options, simulation, which they talked about and they said they're not doing it, and then kind of chunks. So there's chunks of the year, and then quests open up and you do those quests. And that's what this game is doing. So you're going to have and it sounded like, though, there are going to be options because they said you'll have to choose between different quests. So maybe it's possible that you're going to be required to go to the classes. There's going to be cutscenes, like they said, available for every class. But I think there will probably be some times where you can maybe leave a class behind and not go to it. So that's cool. I like it. I like that way of doing it. It's the most simplistic. You don't have to worry about simulation. You don't have to worry about an in-game. There is day-night, but you don't have to worry about a clock of it being 12:15 and you're late to potions class. That stuff's stupid. Well, it's not stupid. I mean, there is ways of doing it, but you got to go all in if you're going to do that. And I don't think they're, obviously that's not the way that they're doing it. Polish, I mentioned. They really, they need to work on it quite a bit over these last couple months are going to be pretty important. Spells upgrade. So that was cool. It does sound like the spells are going to change based off of where you're going to put your talents or your abilities as the game goes on. And then I saw NPCs. they're definitely filling them with things. Like, they're filling the world with NPCs. They are lacking in, like, doing things. I said I was pretty concerned that in the common room tour, I called this, you predicted, your predictions suck, whatever. In the common room tour videos, when you're going around, you could only interact with very specific things, and I had said either they turned other things off or there are no other things. And sadly, that is the case. So it's my major criticism, if I had one, with this entire thing, is it feels full, but it also feels extremely empty. Eating apples every so often is not enough for me. The wizard's chest kind of highlights the emptiness, and while there are people around, they're just there to be there. Now, granted, there's a lot of RPGs that you don't talk to literally every single, human being around. I get it. But, well, I guess that's the trade-off, and we'll have to see when the game actually comes out how many people are quest givers, because that will populate, and that'll make people, able to talk to. It does kind of suck a little bit that when you're in the common room and you see all of, like, your friends that are around you in the house, you can't go up and talk to them, right? That's kind of the thing. I get it. I understand it. But we'll see how many people you can talk to versus not talk to. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Anything else? Let me look. If you have any quick questions, 4K video is up. Okay, so it's going to look better. It's going to look better in the other stuff. Ray tracing, yeah. Ray tracing will help. Yeah, if school starts September 1st, I guess the summer is the first 2 weeks. Again, though, they said it's later in the game, so that's my issue there. Yeah, the side activities are concerning. Worried about the difficulty. I don't think they were playing on, like, medium. Like, I'm going to play it on medium, so I don't think they were playing on medium. Door opening animation. Hogwarts is huge. It is. Let's see. If there's any, like, outright questions for me, and then I'll get off. The boy sounds 5. Yeah, he did. And again, like, if you have a kid, you realize how bad it is. It's in everything, but my cousin's kid is 12 and has a lower voice than most of a full-grown. Like, and my voice is higher, right? But, like, the difference between kids if you have one. Yeah, you'll probably have to do multiple playthroughs if they make you choose. You can't skip class. Will it be 60 FPS? They didn't say. It's like Mass Effect, but Hogwarts. Yeah, Mass Effect, I'd say, is a pretty okay comparison. Yeah, I get the empty vibe. Explain the combat. So, okay. So the combat I really liked. I like the idea that, so if you just hit R2, that's just your trigger. That's just whatever they said the actual spell is, but that's just like your basic attack. Then if you hold it, then you get the different buttons, and you can press for the different spells, and then you slot them into it. Over 20 of them that you can slot in. I like that. I think that's a really slick kind of like menu thing. So I think that's going to work really well, because you'll have your basic. It sounds like blocking is just triangle, just one move. You block or you parry, you deflect and shoot something back. So that's smart. I like that. And I think that's everything with the combat, right? You're going to basically be able to see all your spells at once, and you'll slot them into their spots. So I like that. House point. Did they say there's no house points? I doubt there are, considering there's not other things, but yeah, make a small comment to an NPC. Like Red Dead and Rockstar at the top of the game, so I get it. I just hope Hogwarts will feel more alive. This felt dead. Yes, it did. That's a good point. Need more interactiveness. Could that mean they skipped the beginning, like sorting? They did. Yes. What if the beginning is way before school? It won't be. It'll be when you meet Fig, and when you go to Gringotts and you fight Ranrock, and he attacks you, and then you go on the carriage and you go to Hogwarts. That'll be the opening. That'll be the opening of the game. I have 11-year-old. I know. Yeah. Did anyone else notice the owl was different during the ending? Thoughts on the HUD? I like the HUD. I think it all looks very slick. They stole Dead by Daylight, which is okay, because it's also a slick thing. Dead by Daylight's a really good one. So the spells are Dead by Daylight. Everything's at the bottom, so that's good. The map looks, I like the map. I prefer map over compass. Personal, that's like a personal thing for me. And so yeah. So yeah, I like it. I like the HUD quite a bit. This was probably also recorded a few months ago. Well, James, I think, just went there a few weeks ago, like 3-4 weeks ago, so it wasn't that long. Avada Kedavra. Do you think we'll have to play Claw on PlayStation? What? Oh, they said house points aren't a gameplay feature. Another miss. The NPC AI is the bare minimum. I like the minimalist approach to the fighting. Like I said, I don't actually like the numbers that pop up. I get it's an RPG, whatever, but like just like Gotham Knights, I like to turn that stuff off. So I'll have the health bar is fine, and you know, well, that's kind of it. The health bar, and then just blocking, attacking. I like their name, their level, their health. That's all you really need. So I'm okay with that. I kind of like the simplicity there. How do you think the keyboard will work in combat? Oh my God, a lot of hotkeys, a lot of matching it to what you want to do. They said there were house points. It just didn't play a major role. Oh, Forspoken's magic looks awesome. Yeah, Hogwarts is just one piece. It'll be the biggest piece, but I'm not bashing it. I'm disagreeing. Yeah, I mean, and you know, I'm sure here, I'll give you one last prediction for all of you fine folks. You know, I'm going to make some videos. Obviously, I don't have all positives. There are some negatives, and I'm going to get the most heat out of everybody. We'll see how much negatives other people say. And guess what? Just to make it very clear, if you love the entire thing, as always with my channel, that's great. I have no problems with it, nothing against you. That's the difference between me, my channel, and others. Although I am a bit controversial, and I do maybe see some negatives other people don't. If you love the whole thing and you think that there are no negatives, great. I'm dead serious. Great. Don't let me change how you feel about something. Otherwise, you aren't really strong on your beliefs, are you? So that's just something to throw out there. Stick with what you want to stick with. But I'm just going to give you that prediction right now that I'm going to get some heat. But again, overall, good. I'd say good. I wouldn't say amazing. I wouldn't say perfect. I wouldn't say masterpiece. It was overall good. I'm glad they did it. Again, I think having James on there is awesome. Like the YouTube kind of connection. I'm glad they did it. And this is what happens also when you show a game months before it comes out. It's going to be rough around the edges, and people are going to call it out. And you just have to kind of be prepared for it. Again, it can only go two ways. Either they fix it all in time and the polish works, or they don't fix it all in time. And that's how it works. So we'll see how it goes. You can probably, yeah, I'm sure the game will look like Gotham Knights. For the people that thought it was a mobile game going into it, it's not a mobile game. Visually, it looks, the weakest part of Gotham Knights visually is the characters. When they're in cutscenes, they're very blocky. They lack kind of detail. The city, when you're outside in the Belfry and you jump off and you're in the city of Gotham, it looks phenomenal. It looks, in ways, it looks better than Arkham Knight. In other ways, it doesn't. But so we'll see how this works, because I think when you're far out and you're looking at parts of Hogwarts Castle that they had in the gameplay, it looked really good because it looks very grand. It looks very big. But then we'll see, because the smaller, finer points when you're walking around, how are those? And those did not look good. But it's what, 4 months out? So, or 3? Is it 3? December, January? Oh my God! All right, they have a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to do, and that's fine, you know. So, damage. Yeah, I hate the damage. I hate the damage numbers. That block and stun kind of remind me of the parry action in God of War. It does. Take every arrow. That's true. I'm not gonna argue with someone over a video game. Yeah. All right. I'm very worried this game will be a 7 out of 10. I think it could be like an 8, 8.5 kind of thing. What is your prediction? Hogwarts Legacy Quidditch? None. No Quidditch. No Quidditch in Hogwarts Legacy. All right. That's everything, I think, right? Any last thoughts? So I'll get off. I'm going to make a video kind of recapping my thoughts. I'll take kind of what you guys just said, write a list maybe of like 10 things I want to talk about, make a video, And then over the weekend, we'll focus on specific points. We'll just talk about spells. We'll just talk about classes, something like that. So the problem is that there was no reason for the viewer to feel attached to what we just saw. It really depends on the player. Well, but I think some people really were impressed with it. I mean, again, it goes both ways. Like, saying everything was negative, there were people that thought it was positive. Same in reverse. If you think it was all positive, you can't be so foolish to think that there weren't negatives or people didn't see negatives, right? It works on both sides. I don't know how much this will appeal to, like, really strong RPG gamers. I would say it actually hurt. It probably hurt that. Wizarding World people is probably fine. People that are, like, hardcore gaming people, that probably hurt them. And you saw it. I mean, I'm not making it up. People said it. So, future DLCs, I think there would be more. All right. There we go. I'm just making sure I didn't get caught up. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be myself. That's who I am. I'm not going to change for the internet, and I'm not going to be what other people are or what other people want me to do on here, because that's not the point. So you stick with you. You believe and you, if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. That's totally cool. Hope to see you in the videos very soon. And I think in the next week or two, I'm actually going to have Benjamin Snow on the channel to do a live stream as well. All right. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you putting up with my controversy.